Bangladesh is a densely populated country of South Asia. It is surrounded by Indian states on three sides, while the Bay of Bengal lies to its south. More than 160 million people live on this around 147,000 square kilometers of land. Around 90% of the population of this country are Muslims. The country is widely known as a glowing example of communal harmony. The largest mangrove forest, Sundarbans, and the longest sea beach of the world, Cox's Bazar, have adorned the region, which is blessed with crisscrossed rivers, fertile lands, hilly regions, and above all, immense natural beauty. The country has a large natural gas reserve and coal mines. The great archaeological findings tell about its rich history and heritage. In 1947, after the fall of British colonial rule in the Indian subcontinent, two independent states emerged in the world map by the names of India and Pakistan. Bangladesh became a part of Pakistan. But from the very beginning, the discriminatory attitudes of the then West Pakistani rulers against Bangladeshis left no other option for them but to revolt. Long oppression led to a language movement in 1952, a mass uprising in 1969, and ultimately a liberation war in 1971.
I, Major Ziaur Rahman, do hereby declare independence of Bangladesh.
Through the sacrifices of millions of lives, Bangladesh became independent in 1971. But unfortunately, the independence of state could hardly bring emancipation to the lives of the people. The post-independence government's indulgence in corruption, nepotism, irregularities, and misuse of power resulted in a famine in 1974 that claimed lives of around 1 million people. All the dreams of the general people who had fought for a peaceful and prosperous country were shattered. The student bodies that were a symbol of hopes and aspirations for the whole nation in the pre-independence period started involving in criminal activities. They even killed fellow members just to establish dominance in the university campuses.
Student politics in Bangladesh, we consider from the Pakistan period, the student politics played a very important role. But the problem, what we are encountering nowadays, after the independence of Bangladesh, after 1971, the question comes, what the student should play the role in doing politics or shaping the what is called destiny of this nation. And there are a lot of controversies among the intellectuals also.
Under such circumstances, a group of talented, enthusiastic, and visionary youths came forward and formed an organization at the Central Mosque of the University of Dhaka on the 6th of February 1977. Immediately after its formation, the organization succeeded to draw attention of students, and soon it became a platform of honest, meritorious, and patriotic students. The name of the organization is Bangladesh Islami Chhatrashibir.
When the horizon is covered with a gloomy cloud of mistrust, indiscipline, chaos, riots, etc., they are the only silver lining in the sky of Bangladesh.
As a pro-people organization, Shibir gives the highest priority to educational and students' welfare activities.
এখন ইসলামী ছাত্র শিবিরের সম্বন্ধে একটু বলি। আমি এদের ভালোবাসি, কারণ আমার জানা মতে ইসলামী ছাত্র শিবির একমাত্র ছাত্র সংগঠন যারা এখনো নৈতিক বল এবং ইমানের উপর তাকিয়ে আছে। আমি মনে করি এরা বিজয়ী হবে।
The student body organizes many programs in a bid to help students flourish their potentials in every possible manner. All these have made the organization unique in its character that very much contradicts with the so-called student politics.
Have no definite goal. Whenever they become leaders or member of any organization, what they do, they abandon their student life. And I have seen many of them, they try to remain students for long. But students, Islami Chhatrashibir, they say that they should finish their study in time and they will be citizens of the country and they will take their job in the society.
আর সবচেয়ে বড় কথা, অন্য সংগঠনের তুলনায় ছাত্র শিবিরে সঠিক ছাত্রদেরকেই আমরা দেখতে পাই, যে রাজনীতি করার জন্য তারা ছাত্র না, বরং ছাত্র এজন্যই তারা এই ছাত্র সংগঠনে থাকে। এবং এই ছাত্র সংগঠনে থেকে আমরা যেটুকু শিক্ষক হিসাবে যেটুকু দেখতে পাই যে তারা বিভিন্ন ধরনের ছাত্র কল্যাণের কাজই করে যায়।
They always give emphasis to the students' demand, national interest, and an honest approach to the political activities. Here lies the difference between the traditional politics and the politics of the Islamic movement of Bangladesh. And this is why all the brilliant and smart patriotic students come forward to join this student movement. So I think that they have brought a substantial change in the student political arena in the country.
The programs Shibir organizes include receptions to the GPA 5 achievers in SSC, HSC and equivalent examinations.
ছাত্র শিবির আমার মনে হয় খুব ভালো একটা দল, কারণ আগে এর সম্পর্কে যে আমার ধারণা ছিল সেটা আজকে আউট হয়ে গেছে।
Awarding gold medals to the students who stand first in graduate and postgraduate levels. Distribution of educational materials among the poor but meritorious students. Arranging career guideline conference to give necessary suggestions and advices to prospective students.
আজকে সত্যি একটি ব্যতিক্রমধর্মী অনুষ্ঠানে এসেছি এবং এই ধরনের অনুষ্ঠান ছাত্র সংগঠনগুলো আর কোন সংগঠন করে বলে আমার জানা নাই। সেই জন্য আমি ইসলামী ছাত্র শিবিরকে আন্তরিকভাবে মোবারকবাদ জানাই।
এবং আপনাদের মধ্যে যে গবেষণামূলক কর্মকাণ্ড আমার মনে হয় বাংলাদেশের রাজনৈতিক সংগঠনগুলোর মধ্যে এটা খুব বিরল।
Arranging financial support for the disabled students. Organizing youth summit to give study tips to the students of class 11 and 12, and also organizing talent search program to find out brilliant students who are deprived of minimum educational facilities.
আমাকে এই অনুষ্ঠানে নিমন্ত্রণ দেওয়ার কারণে আমি আন্তরিকভাবে ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি উদ্যোক্তাদের, এবং আমি সত্যি এই অনুষ্ঠানে এসে যে সুন্দর ডিসিপ্লিন দেখেছি, নিশ্চয়ই আমার সংগঠনে গিয়েও আমি এই কথাগুলোই বলবো।
Shibir also organizes several motivational programs for general students, like question-answer sessions with successful students and conversations with prominent personalities. Titles of some of its popular programs are Tete et Tete with meritorious students, Learn the mantra of touching the sky. Who wants to beat the best? Let's study more and work together to build a nation. Apart from these, Shibir also encourages students to get involved in various extracurricular activities. It organizes debate and sports competitions, study tours, book reading competitions, science fair, seminars on educational issues, and also symposiums.
They not only concentrate to the academic or political activities, at the same time social services. They work for the well-being of the poor students and oppressed people. They are organizing the mass students under the banner of Islami Chhatrashibir, following a what's called very noble, honest, and ideology-based philosophy of student politics.
Shibir also organizes programs for children and adolescents. It tries its level best with its limited financial capabilities to help street children and orphans. It distributes food, clothes, and study materials regularly and also on special occasions among the street children and orphans. The student body also organizes art competitions and extempore speech competitions, and also awareness-building programs on the consequences of child labor. Chhatrashibir has a syllabus of recommended books which is designed in tiers to provide its activists and supporters with in-depth knowledge of historical as well as contemporary national and international issues. The organization's huge stock of books across the country is playing an effective role in creating an honest, efficient, and patriotic generation. Shibir regularly organizes literary programs and also rewards promising writers. Shibir has also formed many cultural bodies to promote and preserve Bangladeshi culture and heritage. Thus, Shibir is making significant contributions to nurture and retain national values by encouraging healthy cultural activities. Shibir has its own publication department. All its publications reflect its creative thoughts and educational approach. Every year, the publication department publishes yearly diaries and calendars that contain subject-wise information. It also publishes, among other things, notebooks, science series, booklets on different occasions, and stickers with inspirational sayings. Shibir has published a series of books titled Understanding Science Series to make science education easy for students from the primary level to class 12. The publications have been highly appreciated by both students and teachers. During the period of drought, flood, storm, or other natural calamities, Shibir always stands by the affected people. Shibir actively participates in programs that aim at creating mass awareness about the impacts of climate change or global warming, and also about the necessity of tree plantation. The organization also encourages blood donation programs, HIV awareness programs, and anti-drug campaigns. Students who are involved with Shibir keep themselves away from drugs, and thus the student body has succeeded to create a drug-free generation.
I do not find a single student of Chhatrashibir. I never found, and I cannot say any of my colleagues ever complained to me that students of Chhatrashibir behaved improperly or indecently with any teachers of Dhaka University. So if I consider overall the attitude, the behavior pattern of the students of Islami Chhatrashibir, I think they can be taken as a model even in this odd situation.
On different national and international issues, Chhatrashibir holds view exchange meetings with educationists, journalists, politicians, and other professionals. One of the regular programs of Shibir is exchanging views with non-Muslim students with an aim to maintaining communal harmony in the society. Shibir also holds meetings and exchanges greetings with mass people. Besides, Shibir plays vital roles involving general students on different national issues. Shibir constructively criticized the national education policy and made general people aware of its good and bad sides. Shibir condemned and protested recent abductions and killings, and also violation of human rights by the law enforcing agencies. Shibir observes various national and international days. It holds various programs to mark International Mother Language Day, Labor Day, and also the holy month of Ramadan. Every year, on Independence and Victory Days, Shibir accords receptions to veteran freedom fighters.
In my opinion, I found that when they do this charitable work working the people, they don't even discriminate whether they are Muslims or not Muslims. They also support the non-Muslims. Even I found the Hindus, which is almost 10% of the population of Bangladesh, they are also getting prizes in the scholarship. And also the freedom fighters, we call this Mukti Jutta, their sons are also being benefited from Chhatrashibir. They give the special scholarship to the sons or daughters of freedom fighters. And they are doing multifarious work, but unfortunately the assessment is not properly done by the intellectual of this country. And unfortunately, the media is not much in favor of the activities of Islami Chhatrashibir.
It also provides financial aid to the war-wounded freedom fighters and gives educational scholarships to their sons and daughters.
Bangladesh Chhatrashibir organization যে অনুষ্ঠানের আয়োজন করেছেন, আমি আমার মুক্তিযোদ্ধাদের সন্তানদের সবার পক্ষ থেকে তাদেরকে আন্তরিকভাবে ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি।
আমরা মুক্তিযোদ্ধার সন্তান হিসেবে আজকে গর্বিত এবং অনেক গর্বের সাথে বলতে পারছি যে প্রাপ্য সম্মানটা আমাদের দেখানো উচিত ছিল আরো আগে, সেই সম্মানটা আজকে বাংলাদেশ ইসলামী ছাত্র শিবির আমাদেরকে দেখিয়েছে।
All these activities of Chhatrashibir have added a new dimension to the traditional student politics. On different international issues, Shibir's policy is to protect national interests, maintaining good relations with other countries. Shibir leaders take part in different global forums to put up their views. Shibir always takes stance against the oppressors and in favor of the oppressed. The practice of healthy democracy inside Shibir has even astonished leaders of the mainstream politics. While other student organizations fail to hold their councils in years, Chhatrashibir, following their constitutional obligations, organizes their council every year in an amiable environment. Shibir members and activists directly vote to form new committees every year at every sphere, from a small branch to the highest central level. No internal clash over the formation of the committee has ever happened in the history of Islami Chhatrashibir.
Those who are practicing real democracy, they are facing difficulties. As you told me now, that the Chhatrashibir, some of the student organizations have non-student leadership. This should not at all be encouraged.
Islami Chhatrashibir is peace-loving and democratic. They are making a new trend. They have brought a new trend in student politics.
Being envious of Shibir's successes, a vested quarter has started propaganda against the student body. They try to link Shibir with criminal activities. They allege that Shibir uses muscle power to establish dominance in the educational institutions. But the allegations are totally baseless, fabricated, and ill-motivated. Not even a single of these allegations could have ever been proved. Due to the ideological differences, Shibir is sometimes ill-treated by the media. The vested interest groups take this advantage and continue their propaganda against Shibir. As a consequence, Shibir often becomes a victim of information terrorism. The general people remain largely unaware of Shibir's various activities that aim to build a generation rich in moral values. The main objectives of Chhatrashibir
Bangladesh Islami Chhatrashibir are to build the honest, efficient and patriotic citizen who will contribute to establish a peaceful and prosperous Bangladesh. Shibir has succeeded to build a large group of students who never get teasing, drugs or any other criminal activities.
With this end in view, Bangladesh Islami Chhatrashibir is working relentlessly from the very first day of its formation. With the honest, sincere efforts of its activists, Shibir has succeeded to build a large group of students who never get involved in eve-teasing or drugs or any other criminal activity. The millions of Shibir activists imbued with patriotism dream to build a Bangladesh free from oppression, discrimination and poverty. As a result, Shibir has secured a place in the minds of mass people. Shibir wants to take the nation further on the path of development with your support. Your all-out cooperation is the source of inspiration for them.